All right, so we had a little technical difficulties there, and the sound's going to be a little better for some of us or some of you than others, but I think we got through it. So we're going to start this night for the third time, and a lot of trial and error in between, and I think we're gonna have a good show nonetheless, even though with all these little difficulties. I think Don, did you just confirm that we're
We
good?
are running.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Which is
So,
advantage.
Don, for the third time, how was your week?
Long week, longer night.
It's definitely a longer night. Like this
Yeah.
night is just the same thing as the week, right?
Deja vu.
Deja vu. So tonight we have Jacob Yoas with us. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for
Jacob.
having me.
And Jacob we'll do the fist bump again, third time. It's great. I love it. But Jacob and his family are Southsiders, and I've seen them grow up. Some of his siblings went to school with my daughters, and it's great seeing you guys out. And we love hearing the band play the heartstrings.
Yep.
Cheers.
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 So Don and I kind of went back and forth. If anybody knows Jacob, you know that he is 100% a Jack Daniels fan.
Oh yeah.
And we were going to have that nice little Tennessee whiskey on here with
That's
us.
not what we're doing.
No, it's not. We totally decided against it. And
Yeah.
Don is like, what would suit this show?
Yeah.
So what did you pick for us?
Yeah, so I was going to get us some Jack Daniel's single barrel or small batch or something like that, but we decided to stiff it up even further for Jacob here. So in honor of Jacob, and I'm not going to make fun of his Jack Daniels, but in honor of his
I think you just made fun of
I think
it.
so.
his whiskey transgressions, we're pardoning Jacob for that tonight. We are drinking Jacob's Pardon, which is an
Oh.
8-year-old Tennessee whiskey. So,
All right.
so with this,
You're pardoning.
you
I
were
gotcha.
pardoned from your Jack Daniel sins.
So we are going astray from the show as well. But listen, this Jacob's Pardon is amazing.
Mhm.
And we've been selling it in the bar for a while.
Mhm.
And I was surprised. I think this is maybe like I don't know how many bottles we've gone through, but it's not pricey, but it's pricey enough that people see it. It's not released all the time. You can't always get it. Right now it's not in the store that I saw, but it's a nice little whiskey. So Don, tell us a little more about it.
All right, so up on the neck it says small batch American whiskey, and actually around the side. So this is distilled in Tennessee, but this is bottled by BC Spirits in Bardstown, Kentucky. So at the top it
Another
says
Bardstown.
it's the birthplace.
Interesting.
It says small batch American whiskey. In 1933, President Roosevelt nullified Jacob Taub's conviction for bootlegging during Prohibition, and that's where the story begins. So we have a small batch at 109.3 proof. A small batch means that they took less than 1,000 barrels, blended them all together. So every 1,000 barrels or so, you're going to get some variation, which is kind of fun. But it comes in at 109.3 proof. That says recipe number 2. We haven't looked into it. We don't know if that's the second recipe for Jacob's Pardon, or like Jack Daniel's, old number 7. This is the 7th recipe he came across, and that's the one that worked. I aged a minimum of 8 years, so it's probably blended with a couple different aged barrels that are at least 8 years old.
It's a pretty cool bottle too.
Mhm.
Here you go, Don. Pour it up.
The honors.
Ooh.
It's hard to open.
He's excited.
Let's smell this and see what we got here, what we're dealing with. Oh boy. It's a Tennessee whiskey right there, baby.
Smells good.
I like it. What proof is Jack Daniels? Does anybody know? Is that over 100?
Nah.
I don't think it is. I think it's like an 80.
It's probably an 80.
Yeah, I think it's like an 80.
That would make sense.
So Don, this is
What proof is this one?
109. 109. Let's see here.
Smells like a little more bite.
It definitely does.
Molded into the glass in the front. It says by order of the president, which is kind of fun.
Roosevelt, God bless you.
Yeah.
It's got a nice. It's definitely more of a whiskey smell, right? And it's got a little sweet aroma of something. I can't put my finger on it. It definitely has that sweet aroma though.
Yeah, it's got like this mellow corn. It smells like a sour mash. I mean,
Yeah, it
I'm
does,
Sure it
actually.
is. It's like the best way to describe it. Jacob?
Interesting. What do you smell when you get your nose in there?
I think it's a little bit similar to Jack smell. But like I said, I don't know as
Wow.
far as the flavor's going.
Yeah, I'm not too sure either.
Neither.
Let's sip
Let's
this.
see what it tastes.
For a 109, how smooth is that? Holy cow. That's a pretty smooth whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You definitely smell like a hint of, I don't want to say caramel or anything, but there's something sweet there that I'm tasting.
I almost want to say chocolate. You know, darker.
Chocolate.
It's darker than that.
Is it? I don't get the chocolate personally.
Try it again. So now when you're sipping it the second time, take a sniff of it too.
I mean, it definitely hits you in the nose right up front.
Mm. I think I smell a little caramel in there. So listen, we had a couple delays tonight, and it was all technical. I think next week, we should have everything pretty dialed in. And as we were saying earlier, where nobody else could hear us though, we're looking for a sponsor, and we have this backdrop. And like the one thing everybody says is, "What's up with your backdrop?" Well, we need a sponsor to come in here and do us up something, a little step and repeat.
Right there.
Or, I was going to get an American flag and hang it up there or something, which would have been cool too.
Mhm.
But like we could use a nice sponsor to get a nice step and repeat up here and go around the three walls. So Jacob, what's next for you guys coming up? I know you guys are at the bar, what, St. Patty's Day? Is that what it is?
Day. Gonna get a little wild down there. This weekend, Saturday. That's tomorrow, isn't it?
It is tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Little South Hotel. They like to get.
Ooh, we like the hotel.
Oh yeah. Then we're over at the Valley Inn beginning of March for a birthday bash for myself. That one's gonna be fun.
Where is that?
The Valley Inn.
Okay. We like
For
going
your
to the
birthday.
Valley.
What's that?
For your birthday.
Yeah.
Awesome. Happy birthday.
25. Rolling
We're
in.
happy to have you on for your birthday.
Thanks. Yeah, but we're getting there.
Definitely getting there. So we picked out 2 cigars for today as well. And we picked, I won't tell you what the other one was, but they were both a little relevant to Jacob and the heartstrings. And we had him pick out which one he wanted. And he picked out a Fuerte Libre, a Segundo Viento, which means, Don,
Fuerte and y Libre would be strong and free. Segundo Viento would be your second wind.
so it kind of reminds us of the heartstrings, to be honest with you,
Yeah.
right?
Strong
And like,
drink.
and if you look at the cigar, I'll pull it up here.
Jacob's a little more wild and free, I
Yeah. I go to the gym.
think.
I'll work out, man.
Let's try to reference that song.
Okay.
That's great. So when we were at the cigar shop, Amber was with me, and I said, I'm trying to get one that goes with the heartstrings to go with Jacob's pardon as well, and narrowed it down to about 5. And she said, well, look at this one. And it's got the little steer head. Is that what you call them? A steer
Yeah.
bull or whatever. And it's kind of like the logo for the heartstrings.
Yeah. So,
And I think that really drew your eye to it, right?
yeah. Obviously, gotta try that.
Yeah, it's pretty
I'm
cool.
on here. Might as well.
It's a pretty cool wrapper. It's not like some of the Alec Bradleys that we had, but it's a very simple design. And I read up on it, and it got good reviews. It's not really like a highly rated cigar, but I think it's going to be worth it. These cigars were $12 each. They in a big city would probably be maybe 14 because it's not like a top brand that I've smoked before. But I think it's gonna be good.
And they're square, right?
They're
did you cover
square.
that?
Yep. They're a box.
The cut.
Hold on to that. So I hear we're getting 60-degree weather next week.
That.
How about that? That's crazy.
I didn't know that.
It's crazy.
Maybe we'll do this outside.
Yeah.
Good idea.
It's not a bad idea. So we're going to be starting construction on the cigar lounge here in a couple weeks, and we'll be doing live updates on the progress as well. Here, you can take that one. I'll finish lighting it up. Right in here. Oh, this is going to be interesting. I didn't plan this one out too good, did I?
That's good. I like that.
Hey, you like it?
Vanessa Lynn says she loves her some heartstrings. She loves Jacob, and she loves some MFA and Don. So we appreciate that.
Oh, we
Yeah.
do appreciate that. That's a great one.
We all love you back.
I saw Vanessa a little earlier. Well, a couple days ago, I guess it was. Hi, Vanessa. So this cigar, holy cow.
That's
What a
good.
home run. This is a great tasting cigar.
I can't smell anything over here yet.
It's going to go well. It's funny because we got this 109 proof. I expected like it to burn when it was going down, and it really didn't. Like it was pretty good. Pretty solid. What do you think, Jacob? What do you taste here? What's your profile on the cigar?
This is taking me to the cabin when I was a kid, and Dad's smoking Swisher Sweets. It has like a slight Swisher, like not the sweetness taste, but as far as the leaf goes, it tastes that, but it's a little bit smoother, I think.
Yeah,
That's my thoughts on it. I like it.
I
It's good.
agree.
I think it pairs very well with the whiskey.
Well, we're gonna have to take a taste of this whiskey and then
Yeah.
take some of this.
I did.
Yeah, I mean,
cigar.
from what I smell, that it's earthy, but it's almost got like this sour tone, like sour
Yeah.
mash whiskey does.
So it's interesting. Once you take a taste of the whiskey after you smoke the cigar, dude, it totally changes the profile
Yeah.
of the whiskey. It's even smoother.
Mhm.
It is.
Like this is a pretty good matchup, if I got to tell you.
Mhm.
And just by random choice, to be honest with you, just for the
Just for the label.
label, the value that the label has with the heartstrings is why we picked this, and it's outstanding. This is really good.
Yeah, so I gotta say, for me, it's rounding out into caramel and milk chocolate, hand in hand. It's
Interesting.
pretty nice.
I guess I really feel I taste the caramel more than anything,
Mhm.
and the milk chocolate. And especially when I lit the cigar up, it really comes out.
Mhm.
I agree. I can taste that a little bit more now with the cigar.
Mm-hmm.
From a distance, I'm almost getting a peanut funk like you'll find in almost every Jim Beam product, but it's not evolving into a peanut butter, at least not yet. But almost a peanut nutty character on the nose
Mm-hmm.
from a distance. And when you put your nose down in there, I'm not getting that as much.
No, I agree with that. I can see that. Yeah, it's a nice pairing, though. I got to tell you,
Yeah, good job.
it's a nice pairing.
Mm-hmm.
So, Jacob, what's one of the craziest things that you've had happen while you guys were performing? Besides me coming up and drumming, because I love to drum when I'm like his dad. Listen, John, when he's like, no fucks given, he'll be like, Anthony, take the sticks, and he drops them in my hand, and I'm like, okay.
Or
I'm
he'll
in.
throw 'em at you.
Tag him
And
in.
he did throw them at me at least twice, right? And that could have been when I was like really egging him on, and he's like, "Here you go, boom," you know.
Yeah, he'll
But-
do that.
he loves it when I get up there and just massacre songs. Although the one night I did pretty good. Come on, tell me I didn't do good at least one night.
One night.
Was that the craziest thing you ever saw?
Nah.
Let's
Not
hear.
even close.
Let's hear what happened. Like, what happened at some performance that just blew you away? Like, however crazy it was.
My favorite ones is we're playing at the cell block for country night. Gets a lot over there, right? We're throwing out merch, and I came down to our last hat. I was like, "Who really wants it?" And everybody's like getting loud. Then this one guy grabs his girlfriend's shirt and lifts her shirt up. That's
So
one
he got it.
Did he get it?
He
Did she get it?
I gave it to her, so I was like, but maybe he deserved it because he thought of it.
Did she appreciate the lifting of the blouse?
She didn't look like she cared.
Okay. So that's cool.
That's one of my favorite ones, probably.
Have you ever jumped into a crowd or anything and like body surfed?
Not yet.
Dude, you have to. And I was at one of your self block performances, remember?
Yeah, we could probably
You
do
didn't
that.
invite me up to play the drums though. A little upset. But regardless of that, you could have crowd surfed that crowd.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Don, you were there, weren't you?
No.
No.
It surprises me to hear that you haven't crowd surfed because I know Jacob likes to climb up on tables.
Yeah, I've been in rafters.
Performing.
I've been on tables. I've been on the sides of bridges. You name it. Elevated. I'll get up.
What do you
there.
mean sides of bridges? Performing on the sides of a bridge? Side of a bridge?
Yeah, just up at Haywood's on the green there, that railing.
Oh, yeah,
A little
okay.
shaky, but it's fun.
So now it's Haywood's on the green. That's right. That is a bridge.
Mhm.
I was there for that one too. That was a good one.
You just show up like all over.
I do. I'm a follower. I'm truly a follower.
Yes.
We had a good show solo up in the woods. I don't remember where we were at.
So.
We were at fishing camp, so it was April.
Oh, it was the
Oh yeah.
Where was that?
Was that last year?
Forest
The
Inn.
Forest
Forest
Inn. That's
Forest Inn.
right.
That was a great show.
You guys made my night.
I hope so.
You know, and actually, if any of you guys can get to the Forest Inn up on Route 14, it's a blast, and the people are super friendly as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we always have a good time when we're up there. Same with the Trout Run Hotel.
Yeah.
You played the Trout Run. How many
Yeah.
times have you played that?
Several. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I know several. Have you ever been out in the fish shack outside there?
Yeah, a couple times.
Yeah, that's a good time.
Oh yeah.
We like it up there.
With that what's that thing they do every October?
The
Duck Derby.
Duck Derby.
Yeah, that's fun.
Is that October? That's usually
September.
like September,
September.
right before October. Yeah.
But it's for breast cancer.
Yeah, it's for breast
October.
cancer.
That's fun. That's fun.
The money actually goes to Girls in the Hoodie for the Duck Derby, and that's our nonprofit. And we give scholarships out to children, high school seniors actually, that lost a mother to breast cancer. And Jacob over the years has definitely, been there and supported us, and Jill and Aaron up there at the Trout Run Hotel, and Chrissy and John Heimball at Domers. Like, we put it together and we do it up pretty good for everybody. And I think we're up. I couldn't tell you how many scholarships exactly, but every school in Lycoming County, most of the schools in Clinton, and now we're going Chicago, LA, Austin, and somewhere else. I don't remember where it was. So we have two handfuls of schools in other states now that we're doing from supporters that have supported us. And it's looking pretty good. This year's going to be interesting.
It's awesome.
It is pretty awesome.
Yeah. This year's looking like the
New
best
Trail
one yet,
supports
right?
us too, all the time.
It's not back here yet.
It's not. We'll actually have a couple different backdrops, and we'll change them out from time to time, for sure.
Okay. I'll get
So-
the heartstrings one.
We want it. We want to see. Actually, we want to see this right up there, right?
Yeah, I can do that. I got one.
So Jacob, you're gonna have to go a cappella here because I know you didn't bring a guitar, so we want to hear something, anything.
I don't know how to do that.
Oh yes, you do.
I don't know how to sing.
I'll beatbox.
Okay, give me a beat.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see what you got. I like big butts and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny. When a girl walks in with
Oh, you get sprung. That was all right. I could have dropped a better beat, but like whatever. I can't believe that's the song that came to your mind. I was like, okay, that's cool. I like that. I like that.
Actually, the first one I thought of was Then I Got High. Kind of sounded like
Oh, that was actually the right rhythm and beat and
Mhm.
everything for it.
But then I was like, nah,
Yeah.
we're going to
I think you were doing the Temptations, actually.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Miles Robinson would be a little pleased with this right now, and I hope he gets on here and sees it.
Mhm.
But not that, yeah. So guys, this is actually a really good whiskey.
Yeah, I gotta say, I like this as it opens up and rounds out.
It did get smoother, a little more sweet.
Mhm.
I really like it.
Mhm.
I wonder if everybody could hear me like swishing that around in my mouth there. Don, I think we need one more little nip of
I think you
this,
might.
and then we have to rate this shit. So Jacob Yoas, the heartstrings, Maria. Listen, Maria and Amber, they are so great together. And like Amber loves Maria. She's such a sweetheart.
What about me?
Well, she loves you too.
You're all right.
I love you.
Yeah, all right.
She loves Maria. So Jacob, last year we were up at fishing. And after the Forest Inn, he came over and we all hung out.
No, we're going there.
No, I'm not going there. I won't tell that story. That's your story to tell. But regardless of that story,
It's a Jack Daniels night.
it was a full bottle of Jack Daniels night.
Yeah.
And we all indulged in it.
We'll
It was
just-
great.
We'll just say we lost the cat.
Fair enough, Don. I like that.
Lost the cap, and I can't hang with these guys.
That's not true. He was hanging out a lot before us.
Yeah, he
though.
was.
There's no doubt. Although that was also with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the Forest Inn.
Yeah, we're all doing
All
shows.
right, so maybe you can.
Okay, so anyway, at fish camp up at our cabin in Trout Run, we have a blast for a week straight. And I think you should make sure you're scheduled up there at the Forest Inn for that first week of trout.
We're pretty booked out now.
We got to change some shit around.
Yeah. Where are you playing April 1st?
I don't know.
Is that when it is? April 1st this
April
year?
1st is the opening day.
Hot damn. Was last year the snow or was that the year before?
It was, that might have been even 3 years ago.
No
We
shit.
were out in the snow. You, me, and Jay hit the state park.
Yeah.
Had a beard full of snow. That was a fun time.
Hmm.
Couldn't feel our fingers, but we had a great time.
It was great. Oh, that's right. We were, up at
We were at
Little
Al-
Bear.
yeah.
Little Pine?
Yeah,
No, Little Bear.
Little Bear.
No. Is that where it was? I don't even know where it was. Anyway, it was a good time.
We ended
So-
up at the Trout Run Park. That's all I know.
Yeah, we did. So, Jacob.
Yeah.
We're going to go right to you. So, from 1 to 10, and keeping in mind that Jack Daniels may be your 10, which I don't think it's a 10.
Nah,
I haven't come across a 10 yet, to be honest with you.
my actual top favorite
Yeah.
is Woodford Reserve.
Oh,
All right.
Oh, okay.
That's
Cool.
We
my
get down with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Jack is at every bar you go to. And it's reliable, you know? So he's
Yeah.
there, and he hypes me up. That's
Mhm.
that's about it.
Does it make
So-
you sing better?
To me, I don't know about everyone else.
Does it make John play the drums better?
He doesn't have Facebook, no.
Oh, shit.
He doesn't drink Jack, though. He just
I
puts
love
beer.
you. So, that's really funny. Your dad and I go back a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good time. So, scale of 1 to 10, 1 obviously being the absolute worst, which we haven't had a 1, but we've had, I had a cigar that was real low.
Mhm.
Wait, did we have
You chose not to rate that
I did.
pairing.
Oh, because the pairing was so low. But what was that? What was that bourbon? Oh, I'm sorry. I don't even want to bring it up. It was the Terry Bradshaw. But listen, all in all, it's a good attempt for Terry.
So yeah, what you're saying, a 1 being the absolute worst, but a 5 being middle of the road average, right?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
This is the whiskey.
So what are you going to rate the whiskey here?
Probably 7. I like it. It's pretty good.
So this is good. Like he understands what we're saying at
Mhm.
least, right?
Where do you put Jack? Can we ask? Can you even rate it? It's not your favorite. Woodford's your favorite, but where does Jack fall as your everyday drinker on your sliding scale?
Everyday drinker. How
Well,
do you know
every
that?
weekend drinker. All right.
I wouldn't answer that either.
It's a trick question. No. I don't know.
And if you can't rate it,
If I'm
you know,
going
it's
for
fine.
flavor, I
Mhm.
feel like it's not that high up there, honestly.
Okay.
But for like doing a shot, it's not like
Mhm.
overly strong
Mhm.
and still get the effects of it.
So wait, where do you rate Jack? That's what I want to know.
It's probably like 6. It's still up
So
there.
you rate the Jack less than this?
For flavor, yeah.
You are 100% pardoned.
Yeah, that's very
If
interesting.
you're going for,
100%.
if you're sitting down and having a flavorful whiskey, yeah,
So you really like this?
it's pretty good. I would buy it.
Interesting. I like it. I love it.
Mhm.
So Dawn,
Yeah,
I'm gonna go to you next.
You know, I do like this. On very first blush, you're getting a lot of sour mash. It's kind of punchy in the nose, but as you get deeper into it, it's really opening up and evolving pretty nicely. You know, you're getting a lot of traditional, we'll say Kentucky bourbon notes out of this thing as it sits in your glass. I recommend you let it sit in your glass. This might be nice on a large rock, just to let it open up a little bit more with a drop of water. I'm going to give this a 6 overall.
Mhm.
You know, I like this. I think there's some interesting things going on here. I like the age. I like that the barrels blended into here are at least 8 years old.
So I'm gonna. Dawn stays very consistent.
Mhm.
I gotta tell you, right? Because like I'm gonna take it back to Heaven's Door, and I can't wait till we get further in these episodes and like we can go back, right? But your Heaven's Door was what, a 5 point,
I was a 5 even.
a
I
5.
think. I can't
Yeah.
remember. But I think it
But
was 5
we landed on a 6-1,
6-1.
and that's
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I came in a little higher.
Mhm.
And then I started thinking about it, and I was like, you know, you're right.
You know, I think I gave it
Tell
a
me.
5-7. I think I gave Bradshaw a 5 even.
Yeah,
A 5-7 on Heaven's Door.
yeah, you're right. You're right. So Heaven's Door got a 6-1, and this is definitely better than a Heaven's Door to me. And I know I rated Heaven's Door a little higher than what I really thought afterwards too,
Mhm.
but it was still good. It was a good attempt, and the pairing was a 7-7, right? So I think the cigar that we chose with the Heaven's Door was awesome. Heaven's Door is Bob Dylan's bourbon.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah,
never
yeah,
tried that.
yeah. And we had Heaven's Door and the Gatekeeper cigar. So the
Okay.
Gatekeeper to Heaven's Door, right?
Yeah,
It was pretty cool, right? We try to pair them up like that.
didn't work out.
No, it did. Like that pairing was good. It's
Cigar
just
was
that
good.
the
that
cigar was
pairing
great.
good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's just that the Heaven's Door was a little low.
Mhm.
And I think I have to go, you know, I'm going to have to go like a 6.3
Mhm.
on this one.
Mhm.
Like it's good. It's smooth. And when you let it open up, it really does.
Yeah, for sure.
It does.
Mhm.
The pairing though, like hot damn. I am surprised at this cigar because it's a random, like, let's do this, right?
Or is it because I picked it?
I mean, it
Probably
definitely has something to do with that, for sure. For sure. So, I'm going to give the pairing like a 7.2.
I didn't know there's decimals in this. My
There is.
My bad.
You can go as deep as you want.
And you can go, like,
100th
7.1235.
Is that what you're doing?
No.
So on from you smoking this right now,
Mhm.
like what do you feel the pairing is? Like you taste the cigar bringing out the flavor of the whiskey. of the Tennessee whiskey.
Just like Chris Stapleton said.
Mm-hmm.
And George Jones originally, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So
But you can tell that story.
So, pairing wise, I'd go with like 9. I think they're perfect.
Hot damn!
cool.
I like it. That is really cool.
I think they go together perfectly. Like, it brings out the better in the whiskey, and the whiskey brings out the better in the cigar.
It really does. It really does. Yeah. So overall, so we're gonna average what Jacob's pardon at what?
Let's see, a 6, a 7, and a 6, 8,
6-2.
6, 2. It's gonna be like a what, 6, 4? Off the top of my head.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, I mean, I think we should go like 6.5.
Yeah.
All right, 6.5 for Jacob's pardon. And for the pairing, we're definitely gonna do a 7.6. 7.6. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
We paired it up right.
Job.
So I got to tell you guys something.
I was dead on, by the way. I just did the long math. 6.4 is the perfect average.
You go.
I gave it an extra 10.
That was a good guess. Yeah, we'll give it the 10. We'll bump it up.
We'll give it a 10.
We'll give our guest the weight here.
So next week, we were down at the cigar shop Gene Shure used to own, and now I don't know who owns it, but it's down by Aquarius, right? He sold it.
Out.
And down there they had these. Look at this.
The Romeo and Julieta cigar pairing guide, right?
That's correct.
Mm-hmm.
So in this guide, they have cigar pairing for different wines, bourbons, whiskeys, everything else.
Brandy, cognac.
But listen, we decided to do our own. So the other cigar that Jacob had a choice of was Romeo and Juliet, right? And we're now going to pair that one next week. So next week we have, I think next week is Eric Hoover from the Eagles Club.
Awesome.
The Eagles Club president. He wanted to join us.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to try to get another guest on with him.
Mhm.
And we're going to pair the Romeo and Juliet that I have, which I'm not going to tell you which one, but it's a nice one. And with the heartstrings, just so you know, heartstrings, it's kind of like love and, that.
Is it though?
I mean, I think so.
I think
It's the love of the strings, baby. Come on.
sometimes,
You tell me, what is it?
sometimes
Let's
that
hear
means-
let's hear this story.
Yeah, let's hear it
What
from
is
you.
this about? Where did you come up with the heartstrings?
Honestly, there ain't much to that story, but I just feel like a lot of people
Don't let the truth get in the way of a good story.
No, there really isn't.
We better make it up right now.
Yeah. The music just pulled on the heartstrings.
Mhm.
But a lot of people that like hear the name, they're like, oh, it's gonna be like some slow shit. That's kind of boring. And then, am I allowed to swear?
Yeah.
Our motto is fuck them in the ears. So,
Fuck them in the ears.
yeah.
Wow, that's great. Fuck them in
Yeah.
the ears.
So,
Do you have a song that says that anywhere yet?
no, that's
Why?
a good idea.
Why don't you have that song?
That's a good idea, though. I feel like an album title.
Fuck them in the ears. I'm just joking. Yo, that's pretty good though. I like that.
Just want to clarify, 'cause a
Yeah.
lot of people do are like, oh, you like play some like slower shit. But
I can see that.
yeah, I didn't think of it when I was 16. My bad. Thought it sounded cool.
The heartstrings
Mm-hmm.
when you were 16.
Yeah.
It sounds super cool.
Yeah.
Like it makes sense.
It has a good ring to it,
It totally makes sense.
I think.
I apologize for anybody that's offended by us swearing tonight. But so the heartstrings, where were we with that before we got off on this tangent?
I have no idea.
All right.
You were about to get into something, then you mentioned the
Well, you were
name,
talking about
and then-
Romeo and Juliet.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's
that's
right,
why
that's right.
That's
So-
why it was the other option.
Sorry, I had to clarify that.
So
But-
it's been kind of like Jacob for the past couple episodes. Dawn has chosen the bourbon
Mhm.
or the spirit, and I chose the cigar. or I chose the cigar and he chose the spirit. So this time I gave him a challenge to figure out what bourbon is going to go with the Romeo and Juliet that I chose for next week.
That's fun.
And Eric Hoover, maybe you can have something to do with it if you want to. And a special unidentified guest might have something to do with it too. This is good stuff. Jacob,
It is.
pleasure
Cheers.
having you on.
Thanks for
Great to
having
have
me.
you.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
really good stuff, guys. You all got to try it for sure. Did we get into the price point of Jacob's?
I couldn't even tell you what it is.
Okay, so I know.
Okay.
I know. So real quick, you can go buy a bottle down at the state store at the Fine Wine and Spirits, and it's going to be about $100 a bottle. And I think we sell it down at the bar for about 12 to 15 an ounce, something like that. So it's definitely mid-range, and it's not high shelf, top shelf at all. But it's not bad. It's pretty good.
Not top shelf compared to the bottles that you have that we can fill a top shelf with.
Correct.
But $100, you are looking at the premium selection.
Yeah, definitely the premium selection. Yeah. Thank you. Guys, we'll see you next week. Eric Hoover, I think you're on. If you're not, you're going to be now.
Cheers, everybody.
Jacob, say goodbye to all your fans.
Peace out, guys. Thanks for hanging.
See ya.